All right, now it's recording. So, Adolfo, if you go over to the left of your screen, there's where that green box is with the arrow. That's the screen
Yeah.
share. Go ahead and click that.
Cool.
And whoa, trippy.
Whoa, what happened there?
The fuck?
Right.
That was okay. Hold on, let's try that again.
Well, I think after you do it, you'll probably have to minimize the screen there. There you go. Or wait.
Oops. What if I do Google plus Hangouts? Or no, entire screen. That's what we want to do, right?
Yeah. Click on or change the tab up above. There you go.
You're seeing it then?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, sweet. So I'm already logged in, and I was going to use James's as an example, but when he puts it up on his site, it's actually I can pretty much just copy and paste the whole thing onto the page, as I'll show you. So his is really easy. If all James wanted to do is do them on his site and then copy and paste it exactly to this, he can do that, but it'd be like working double. So I'll just show you kind of how to do it in here. I'm going to go ahead and assume too that you guys are typing up the review in some sort of document on your laptop or desktop or whatever. And there's certain things that we'll have to do differently when doing that, as opposed to typing it straight into the website. So anyhow, we go to add new article. That's pretty much the only one that we need to worry about. And it's going to take you to this. It's kind of like WordPress meets Microsoft Office. Pretty straightforward, but we'll show you a couple of things. We'll do a review for this one. You'll go up to title. What I normally do is in caps, I'll put what it is, review, and we'll say These Nuts the movie. Then you go down to category, and you open that up, and it's got pretty much everything that you can categorize it in. You'll notice that there's Con News Showcase, Reviews Showcase. I'll fill you in on what the showcase is after I show you how to do the basic one. Right now, we're just going to go with basic reviews. We can also do interviews. We can also do movie news. These were like some old blogs that we used to do and other stuff. We're really going to concern ourselves just with these first main ones, because it's pretty much what everything that we do is going to fall into one of those categories. So I'll hit reviews. And what that does is when somebody wants to look it up on the site, they can go to the drop-down, click reviews, and all of the recent reviews come up. Status, published or unpublished, is really the two that we concern ourselves with. If it's something longer where you need to go away for a bit, make sure that it's unpublished before you hit save and close. That way it doesn't appear on the site. If it's at published, it's going to appear on the site. Access always stays to public. Featured is basically not, it shows up on the main page. I always put yes and have everything show up on the main page. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up that main page. You guys see that I switched over to the From Dust Till Con page?
No.
No.
What are you guys saying? You guys are still seeing the administrator thing?
No, you're on your Google page.
Yeah, you're on Google now.
Okay, so there's a delay then. Okay, I'll let it catch up. So you let me know when you're in front of the From Dust Till Con page.
I see it.
Okay, so this top part here that cycles through, that's that showcase thing we were talking about. You always click featured and it'll always put it up on the front, and it does like the first 5 and cycles out. So I'm going back to the administrator page. If you guys need me to pause, rewind, slow down, whatever, I don't know what the delay is, so just let me know. Cool. So I've written my review for D's Nuts the movie, and I'm going to copy and paste it from a Word file. So, give me 1 second. I go in, I go a few down, copy and paste. That's my review. D's Nuts the movie is a tour de force that circumvents all genre. Directorial debut of Mike Oxlong is the perfect example of what genre cinema can and should be. It was so awesome, I shit my pants and my nose bled at the same time. So the movie's awesome. You can go in here and it operates pretty much just like Microsoft Word. You know, you could go to the font box, make it bigger, you know, really big words, smaller words. You could change the font, you know. You can use Comic Sans if you want. And, you know, it's pretty straightforward. You can change the color of stuff, but I would recommend not doing that just because the background for the Days of the Dead site is a little weird. Sometimes when you copy and paste from certain documents, it's going to come out like it's going to print the text as black instead of white. What you'll want to do is set it to either white, or I find this gray right above the white works really nicely too, in contrast with the background. But that's all minor shit like to fuck around with. Usually the links will display automatically. If for whatever reason it doesn't, you can click that little link bar there, insert link, and then just type in whatever the link is, and insert, and then it'll... You see that?
Yeah, I have a question on that. Where it says text in the link box, if you typed in Days of the Dead, would that just show the link as the name Days of the Dead instead of the actual link?
Yeah, totally. I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a lot like WordPress, like you said.
Yeah,
And that's what I use for my site.
Yeah, I'll put it in D's Nuts, and then you could put text, or yeah, I've never really used it like that. I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, that's what it does on WordPress at least.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, you could do it like that, or you can just type in the word and then create the link behind it. I mean, either way.
Yeah, it does that because that's how I did it on where you go to the button or the links that are on the side. When you hover over East Coast Horror Group, instead of it going www, it says East Coast Horror Group and all that. So yeah.
Cool. So just a couple of other quick things. When you're doing a thing, like you're going to want to put in a page break, that's this thing next to the spell checker, this thing here, insert read more. Click it, bam. What I'll do is I'll leave a little space, and then I'll put like, kind of, it basically what it is I'm switching back to the From Dust Till Con page now. You see how when you go to the From Dust Till Con page, the front, it'll have that little write-up blurb. Like, for example, on the Scott Shermer one, it says, From Dust Till Con writer Adam Holtzapfel sits down with the filmmaker Scott Shermer to discuss his upcoming projects. You know, that's what'll show there. If you don't put in that page break, it'll show your entire review on the front page, and it'll look wonky. So you just put in that little page break, and whatever you want to show up on the front of the site before the click thing, you can add in there. And, you know, D's Nuts is an awesome movie. So that's just kind of like the before the jump. As far as adding pictures, for regular reviews, it's pretty easy. You just click the little picture of the tree there, and then this will pop up. You click this button over here, the upload, and then you can kind of just drop your files in if you got them on the bottom bar, or you can browse your desktop or whatever, and you know, just put in whatever you want.
Okay, quick question.
And then hit up. Yeah.
What's the size for the images that we're supposed to use?
Good question. When you're it's typically the width of the page isn't going to go. It can't more than 500, and you're going to kind of like bleed into the picture. So 500 by whatever. When you do a regular post, not a showcase post, you don't have to worry about it as much unless it's really big. I think it caps it out at like 2,000 megapixels or whatever it is, and it'll tell you the file size is too big. But I'll show you right now. If you see I've uploaded the picture wiener car, I just click on it, make sure all this info comes up, and then hit insert, and you got a wiener car. I can make it smaller by clicking on it and just doing this little number. I'm just kind of sort of shrinking it, and you can make it shorter or longer. I mean, it's just like Microsoft Word. So that becomes our main picture. You know, if we want to add another picture somewhere in there, do the same thing. I usually set them to the center. You know, put up the picture, and you know, upload something else. Pretty like self-explanatory. I mean, it may take a little bit of trial and error, but I mean, if you have WordPress experience, it's definitely like that. So now we have this picture in here. We'll shrink it down a little bit, and that's pretty much it. On a basic level, I'm going to go ahead, and what I like to do just to make sure I got all my stuff right, I'll just hit save, and then I'll switch over to the From Dust Till Con site, reload, and see what it's looking like. So right now I'm on the From Dust Till Con site. You guys can see that the new featured article is the review of Deep Nuts the movie. It's got our wiener car right there on the front page. And then see, you see how the font, the text is black? That's what I was telling you guys about. Sometimes, depending on what like word processing software you use, it'll come out weird. So what I'll do is I'll just highlight it, change the color to either like white or gray, and that's pretty much how you resolve that. So I'll just set it to gray, save, and then reload, and there you go. You got
awesome. The
review of D's Nuts the movie. Putting in trailers is a little tricky because sometimes Joomla gets kind of buggy if you don't do it right. I could show you how to do it the way I found easiest. But if you guys feel cool with that, I could show you how to do a showcase one real quick, just so you can kind of see the difference. Let's get rid of this picture of this goofy, the Dachshund car. Let's for the showcase picture, in order for it to come up on the showcase, which again is the this thing right here, it needs to be 560 pixels wide, no more than that, and roughly between 300 and 280 with height. It'll, you know, if the picture size varies, the thing here will vary, but you don't want to go over 560 and 280 or 300 or so. So what I'll do is I'll use picresize.com, or I mean, if you got like some other software or whatever that you want to use, that's gangster too. I'm not all that computer savvy, so I'll just do that and just do like a custom size to whatever I need to do it. I don't know if you guys can see me on picresize.com right now, but
yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool. So it's resized. I can go to the image thing, which is once again the tree with the picture. Click the upload. Drag my new picture. Oh. Okay. Drag my new picture in there. Upload. Once it's done, you got to remember to click it because it'll, like the stuff up here, if it's not showing for whatever reason, it won't post. And then insert the picture, fat dachshund. For whatever reason, when you do a showcase article, it won't let you do the, like, this won't come out for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. It's been that way since the first version of Joomla that I used in, like, 2009 or whatever. But you go to Reviews Showcase, and now when you hit Save, we go back to the days from DustleCon site, and Fat Dachshund has now replaced Scott Shermer. So, if you can see, Fat Dachshund's there. Every couple of seconds, it'll you know, cycle to another one. Oh, there's Scott Shermer. There's Run. And then, you know, we have like something really cool, like a cool interview that we want to highlight or whatever. I'll put them in the showcase just since it's the first thing that kind of pops up to the site and people are more apt to click on it. I mean, you guys could choose to do, you know, prioritize it however. I mean, if you have a review for a movie that's like dope, but maybe say you want to highlight something else, you know, you could put it in the showcase and leave that for like the real juicy ones. And then everything else, as long as you put it featured, it'll show down here too, and people could scroll through it, and you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. The tricky parts come in terms of like getting the photo sizes right. Sometimes, depending on the word processing software you use, it'll do weird things with like the formatting. Like yesterday with Adam's review, I don't know what he used, but I've seen it before with other people where it'll kind of like when you copy and paste it, it'll bunch it together all weird, and then you kind of got to go and like. What's that?
Oh, sorry, I was yelling for the boy.
Oh, okay. It'll bunch it up all weird. I mean, however you want to do it, it's really aesthetics. You know, you can kind of have the spaces in between bigger. You can have the text bigger or smaller depending on how much you got. Usually, if it's a long article, smaller text works a little better, I think, just so it doesn't seem like, you know, overwhelming. But that's pretty much it. In terms of if you want to do a YouTube video, like if you want to put a trailer or something, that gets a little weird, but I'm going to try to show you right now how to do it. You can go to YouTube, and then, you know, type in a video. We'll go ahead and put up the Squar video. What you do is you go to the video. I don't know if you guys could see it. I'm at YouTube.
Yeah,
but you go to share. Cool. You go to share, and then let me see if I remember. Embed. Is that it? Embed. Then you hit show more, and it'll let you choose the size of the video. Some size 500 by 280 or whatnot, and it'll kind of give you the HTML code up here. I just copy and paste that into the From DustleCon page. You got to go to the HTML editor, and I'm not really familiar with HTML, so you know, if you guys are, you're ahead of the game. But essentially, what I do, I go to toggle, everything gets weird, and I'll put the video all the way at the end just because I don't know how to read the code. I'll give it a couple spaces, hit paste, and then I'll just save and close out, and then we'll make sure we got it okay, and then yeah, it shows the video. For whatever reason, if you hit just save and go back and start fucking with it some more, sometimes it'll delete the video. I don't know if in the past when I've done it, I've accidentally deleted code. Again, I don't know HTML. I'm, you know, stupid to all that. I'm stupid to computer stuff. But that's essentially just through trial and error how I found out to do it. If you guys want to post videos and have any problems, feel free to let me know, and I can. But essentially, that's kind of what it comes down to. You know, you're at the managing article page now. Just it always goes back to the oldest ones for whatever reason thing. So it's descending, and it'll show the stuff right here. This is the review for the shelter. I haven't posted it yet, but I'll show you what I did with that one. This one I pretty much copied and pasted it straight from James's site. If that's easier for you, James, to do it in WordPress and then copy and paste, by all means do it. That's exactly what I did with yours. I just copied and pasted it. I just added the little break here, and then here I'll just add, a little like intro. Whatever. I'll think of some cool words, and then it'll be, it'll be done. You go to published, and it'll show up. It'll do it in the order in which they're made.
Yeah. This is actually a lot easier than I was expecting. I was thinking HTML. I mean, I know a little bit of that.
I didn't have it featured. So there you go. Now it's featured. So we go back. We've got the shelter, since it's the last one that we saved. Fat Dachshund, Scott Shermer. So that's essentially how to do it. If you guys have any questions or need me to do anything over, that's cool. I'm more than happy to. But
I do have one last question, and
pretty much it.
Forgive me if it's a little bit stupid.
Just a little, like, getting the photo sizes right, getting, when you do the showcase articles, getting those a little goofy, but, for the most part, that's pretty much it. And then if you go to the site here, this is how many times the article's been viewed, and this will tell you, if it's published or not, and even some of the more recent articles, this one's got 1,700 hits. The interview with Jeremiah Kipp has 1,600. I mean, it's, I think, pretty respectable numbers given that we haven't really been consistent with the site, and given that a lot of it is indie, music, indie film stuff. I've noticed, when you do like a film review, it'll get way more than that. When you do a celebrity interview, like somebody from a con or something, it'll get way more than that. Some of these older ones where it's like, Beverly Randolph and, P from Spooky Empire, or, a convention report, you get them 3,000, 4,000 or so hits. And, I mean, it's, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's long and short. If you guys have questions, or I could pull up this page, and if you need me to go over anything in particular.
Where do we go to log in for the administrator side of it?
I'm going to drop the link here in a minute. I forgot.
Okay.
Oh, shit. You know what? I accidentally hit the mute button, so I don't know if you guys have been talking at all. But I hit the mute button. I hit the mute button like right before the Guar video because it started playing the YouTube ad. So I'm sorry if I've ignored you guys.
Oh, it's okay. I was just asking, where do we go to sign in for the administrator?
Oh, totally. Just go to fromdustocon.com/administrator.
I sent the link.
Okay, yeah, it'll look like this, and then you just put in your username, your password, log in, and bam. I honestly don't know what any of this other stuff is, other than Article Manager and add a new article. Article Manager will take you to, all the articles.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can, like I said, this is like the very first one. Betsy Palmer said to retire. That's the first one we ever did, back in 2009. So you'll have to hit the date twice, just so it's the most recent, and then you'll have everything here. I mean, if you need to remove something, you click and trash or unpublish or whatever. But yeah, pretty basic. Anything else?
That about covers it for me. I mean, unless Adam has any more questions.
No, I think I'm pretty good with it. It looks pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, it's the
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Bill.
It's fairly simple. I mean, all the stuff, like for the radio stuff, I had no idea of what Joomla even was. And, you know, basically, experimentation. Thank you, Gavin. Okay, for watching. All right, thank you. Good job. Yeah, I mean, basically, you know, figuring it out piece by piece. What I would suggest you guys do is just, you know, grab some of your own articles or whatever, you know, do some, basically try to print some articles like Adolfo just showed you, and then just delete them when you're done. I would do that, you know, try to do different kinds and experiment with it. That would be my advice on it. Don't worry about breaking it so much. We do have a backup of the system. Granted, it's a pain in the butt to bring it back, but you really can't break anything, so don't worry about that. If I haven't broke it, you guys can't. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, and it should be a lot easier. Like the main hang-up I was running into was, you know, like James was really good about, you know, his submissions. Amy was really good, but sometimes, like, and I don't mean this as a knock on anybody, because when I write stuff, I can't edit my own shit. I gotta have somebody look at it because I'll look over all my errors. But a lot of the time it was like rereading and correcting people's stuff and editing grammar and editing like spelling and just little formatting things, and then having to look up all the pictures and you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like what takes all the time, you know, all the little minutia. But if you're pretty much just posting your own stuff and it's, you know, legit, then all that like cutting out the middleman makes it like infinitely easier. And I mean, the system's not hard, as you guys have seen. If you guys need any help, I'm more than happy to help. But just between like doing the shows and the radio, and you know, sometimes the last thing I have time for is reading like 4 new reviews and doing spelling and grammar checks and stuff. So I mean, just the fact that you guys are able to take care of it on your own is pretty gangster. Like I said, I'm more than happy to still kind of help out on any like technical things and any stuff on the back end. And you know, with you guys on board, kind of, you know, manning the ship, it's kind of exciting for me because I'm able to entertain the proposition of like writing and stuff, you know, which is why I did this to begin with, to, you know, write. So that's pretty, you know, enticing to me as well. But yeah, I mean, it's good to have several hands able to do it. And as you've seen, it's not terribly hard. You know, like Bill said, the best thing to do is go in and fuck around and print your own articles, and even if it's, you know, dumb stuff like that, you know, it should be fine.
Yeah, man, this seems great, man. Like I said, it's very, very similar to WordPress, and that's an idiot to use that.
Yeah, the main reason we went with like WordPress, with Joomla over WordPress, is like just in doing like a lot of the archiving, just in doing a lot of the breaking up the like, you know, different things. Like, you know, right now I'm on the page, I'm going to content, it's on reviews,
right.
You go to interviews. Like I don't think, I mean, and this is just going from the guy that designed the site. I don't really know, but he just said that in terms of programming a big site that's going to maintain all that sort of information, it's infinitely better.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, that's night and day different. But I mean, just how you put in the articles and everything, it's almost identical to WordPress.
Cool. Yeah. So, I mean, that's all she wrote. That's about it. I mean, you can go in and, you know, the stuff here is, you know, just to make sure you got it right. You know, just make sure you got the right category. You know, I always like to kind of keep both windows open. So, like, I'll do the article, and then I'll switch back over, and I'll make sure that it came out right. Maybe I'll, like, notice that I did something wrong with the spacing, or maybe I'll notice that, like, one of the links is bad, and I need to go back and check it. So I'll just kind of have a side-by-side to compare. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just do the little drop-down things, and if you have any issues, don't shoot me a text or an email or whatever. And I'll get right on it.
Sweet.
Sweet. But yeah.
Yeah, man. I think I got it. And I'll
Adam,
definitely
you feel
play
good
around
about
with it a little bit this week.
I feel great about it. I'm pretty familiar with MS Word, so this doesn't look too much different than just using that. So.
Cool.
Do we know how many of the former contributors want to stick around and contribute still, or is that still kind of up in the air?
No, I haven't. Amy said she'd do stuff.
She's got her own site now.
But she's kind of got her own site. She said she would do stuff from time to time. Tracy said he would do stuff from time to time, but he's trying to do I think he's trying to write a movie, or he's working with somebody on a movie. I know Stephanie's writing another movie. Like, everybody's kind of busy on their own projects now. And that was sort of always the thing. Like, I didn't want to keep it ironclad to where if you got other stuff going on, you have to be obligated to do anything. It's just, it's easygoing and it's fun, and right. People can do it until they get busy, or until life happens, or until they burn out, or I don't know. I would assume that I haven't heard anything concrete. I'm sure
once they start seeing stuff rolling out, more people are going to want to jump on board.
Yeah.
Once I start looking for the new shows for the radio, we'll kind of combine that too. Say we're looking for talent all across the board, and start having people submit ideas,
Writers Guild,
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I mean, I would, I would just start putting up what we have, and Bill can start sending out feelers to see if anybody else is interested in jumping on board. And like he said, I mean, it's always the case where when people see it's kind of going again, they'll all, people will come out of the woodwork and be like, hey, are you looking to write? I mean, when I started the site, it was just me writing all of the content, and I'd say within 2 weeks tops, I was having 4, 5, 6 people wanting to contribute shit. So I think it's just a matter of people seeing where it goes, and maybe even having new names attached to it. They want to see where it ends up. But I'm sure that as soon as we kick off again, it'll be a matter of time before we got a ton of people.
Awesome.
Yeah, we saw that last year when you guys asked me to start up writing on the site. In fact, I mean, that's when Amy and Stephanie and all of them decided to jump on in.
Yeah. Yeah, so cool.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I'm
kind of, I don't know if you guys could see, I'm in here doing a little.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
By the way, that movie is fucking awesome.
Is it? I hadn't heard much about it, but I haven't even gotten to. I skimmed over the review. Usually, with yours, I pretty much learned real early on that your T's are crossed and I's are dotted. So
I'm a stickler for that sort of shit.
Yeah, I don't even worry about it. I would post a James Orrell review site on I don't even need to proofread it. I mean, there's others that I definitely have to go over 3 or 4 times because the writing might be great, but there's little mistakes here and there. But you obviously look over them 50 times because I've never once found a single fault.
I appreciate that. I take pride in that. But yeah, this movie is awesome. The director is one of the first guys on the internet that seriously created a site all for horror. So, and it's one of his first movies, first full-length movie, I'd say. Even got Michael fucking Pare to star in it.
Yeah.
and like I said right there with that line you just put up, I mean, it's mostly Michael Pare.
Yeah.
And losing his fucking mind. And it's one of those movies that makes you think. I mean, what the hell is actually going on?
I'll have to check it out.
It's definitely worth it.
But
I'll probably
yeah,
have an interview with him coming up soon too. So.
Oh, gangster. You know what? See, that's why I check it, because there you go. But for whatever reason, with sometimes it just does that. So I'll just, you just highlight the whole shebang, and then go to the color, set it to the gray, and then I don't know. Maybe one of you guys will be able to figure it out and let me know why it does that. Like I said, I'm kind of stupid when it comes to computer stuff, so I haven't been able to figure it out. But I figured out a solution, and that's kind of where I go with it.
Yeah. Sometimes keeping it simple.
Yep, totally. So yeah, if that's about it, I'm gonna go ahead and get to doing the dinner thing, and I'll catch you guys later.
Right on. Enjoy your tacos.
Well, tacos are tomorrow, but we're gonna do soup. But I'll enjoy that too.
Preemptive enjoying your tacos.
Definitely. All right, guys.
Later.
All right.
Later.